Hello guys. So today I am going to share the information about the carbohydrates, different types of carbohydrates, functions, and what are the disorders which occurs due to the deficiency of the carbohydrates. So let's begin. So what are the carbohydrates? So the cells in the human body rely on the glucose for fuel. The role of the carbohydrate is to provide this glucose so that human body cells can carry out their necessary functions. Additionally, carbohydrates help in preserving muscles and storing energy for the later use. What is the definition of the carbohydrate? So, carbohydrate is a sugar, starch, and a fiber which is found in the regular food items like fruits, grains, and the dairy product. It is one of the three micronutrient via which human body obtain energy. The properties of the carbohydrate biology include the carbon, hydrogen, and the oxygen atom at its chemical level. The example of the carbohydrate food are the milk, yogurt, bread, rice, potatoes, corn, whole fruit or the fruit juice, candies, cookies, etc. So the type of the carbohydrates. So there are two types of the carbohydrates which are simple and the complex. This division is primarily based on their chemical structure along with their degree and polymerization. So the simple carbohydrate. Simple carbohydrates carry one or two molecules of the sugar. Such examples of the carbohydrates are found abundantly in the dairy product, refined sugar and etc. Since these carbohydrates do not comprise any fiber, vitamin or minerals, they are regarded as empty calories. Simple carbohydrates can be further divided into the three categories which are as follows, such as monosaccharide, disaccharide and the oligosaccharide. So the first one is the monosaccharide. So it is the carbohydrate which consists of the one sugar molecule are called as the monosaccharide. The structural illustration of the carbohydrate of this category is can be seen in various images where you can found on the Google. Then microsaccharides can be further classified based on the numbers of the carbon atoms. These are triosis, tetrosis, pentosis, hexosis, and the heptosis. The next one is the disaccharide. So it is the two monosaccharides combined to form a disaccharide. So sucrose, lactose, and maltose are some of the prime examples of this carbohydrate. Then the third one is the oligosaccharide. So it is a carbohydrate consisting of the 2 to 9 monomers which are classified as oligosaccharide. And the next one is the carbohydrate type which is complex carbohydrate. So complex carbohydrates are made up of two or more molecules of sugar. Such carbohydrates are found abundantly in food items like corn, lentils, peanut, beans, etc. Complex carbohydrates are also known as the polysaccharides as they are formed due to the polymerization. So what are the functions of the carbohydrate? So first one is to provide the necessary fuel. So the primary role of the carbohydrate is to provide the fuel to the human body cells, the central nervous system and the working muscles. The carbohydrates that individual consume via food items are digested and broken down to the glucose before it enters the bloodstream. This glucose helps in producing the ATPs and body cells use these ATPs to perform the various metabolic tasks. The next function is to store the energy. So the excess glucose is then stored for the future purposes. This form of glucose is known as the glycogen and it is mainly found in the liver and the muscle. The third one is the preserve muscle. So in case of the deficiency of the glucose from the carbohydrates, the human body breaks muscle cells into the amino acids. It is then converted into the glucose to provide the necessary energy to the central nervous system. Therefore, one of the most vital applications of the carbohydrate is to preserve the body muscle. So, what could be the consequences happen if there is a deficiency in the body of the carbohydrates? So, not consuming any form of the carbohydrate can cause the serious health issues. Without the sufficient energy, the human body struggles to function. For instance, When the central nervous system struggles to operate, it can cause the dizziness. Additionally, individuals can experience a mental and the physical fatigue as well. Moreover, in the absence of the glucose produced from the carbohydrates, the human body uses the protein for energy. This is not an ideal situation because if protein is used as the source of energy, it can put a stain on the kidneys. Furthermore, a lack of the carbohydrate in the diet can cause the digestive problems as well. So these were some of the information regarding the carbohydrate, its type, function, and the deficiency, and what are the disorders which can happen due to the deficiency of the carbohydrate. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much.